Duh.
And today I am making supper, first of all.
Duh.
And it's my version of a recipe that I've tried years ago called Awesome Chili Pie. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really like that one the way it turned out, so I'm going to try my version and see how it turns out. What I have here, I have 4 slices of bread. If you want to do the Awesome Chili Pie recipe, you would use a larger baking dish for one and use about 4 to 6 hot dog buns opened up.
Loaf bread to the rescue.
Yep. Okay. Then I have some yellow mustard, a can of hot dog chili sauce. Now the Awesome Chili Pie recipe calls for a can of the chili with beans, but I'm using chili sauce. I have some cheese here, and I have 4 hot dogs. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some mustard on the bread. Now, the Awesome Chili Pie recipe also calls for chopped onion. I'm not putting any chopped onion on this for the simple fact that right now I cannot eat onion. My mouth's not going to let me. I'm still healing. So,
And trust me, folks, the thought that she can't have it hurts her worse than her mouth.
yeah, I like onion. I actually love onion. Okay.
Like I said.
And like I said, just I'm spreading the mustard around. And y'all, when Piggy and I eat hot dogs, this is what we do. We use loaf bread. I don't use hot dog buns. For the simple fact that we're country folk. You know, that's how we were raised, is with loaf bread.
Hot dog buns and hamburger buns ain't nothing but fancy loaf bread.
That's it. And this is how I was raised. I was raised with loaf bread. And I actually prefer it to hamburger buns and hot dog buns. So when Piggy and I eat hot dogs, this is what I do. I cut up the hot dogs. And I'll put the bread on our plate. And then I'll put the mustard on our bread. Put the hot dogs on top. Put the chili and the cheese on it. But I just do that on our plate after I cook the hot dogs. This right here, I'm just baking it in the oven. I'm going to bake everything together and heat everything up at one time. Now we got a little gnat flying around in here and it's about to drive me crazy.
The drawback some places you shop, you get the fruits, like
Yeah.
bananas. They come in on them and can't get rid of them.
Yep. Bananas, peppers, anytime you buy fruit. Fruit and veggies. We may be getting a little extra protein with our supper tonight, Piggy.
Well, if we do, we do.
That's the way I say it.
I don't see it. I ain't gonna know about it. I mean, they say that in your lifetime you're gonna eat X amount of spiders in your sleep. So, I mean, you know, what's the difference?
I'm like this. As much dirt as I ate when I was a kid, ain't no telling, you know.
When I was a kid and when I was eating them dry MREs out in the desert,
Yep.
ain't no telling what all I ate.
Like I said, it's simple enough. Just cut up your hot dogs. And you just put them in rounds if you want to. You don't got to cut them like I'm cutting. Do them however you want to cut them. But like I said, this is my version of hot dog. I'm calling mine hot dog chili pie instead of awesome chili pie because it's not the exact same recipe. And like I said, when I made the awesome chili pie, it's okay. It might have been the chili I bought. I don't know. I was not enthused with how that recipe turned out.
A lot of things like to stress, you know, how good it looks. Well, yeah, you want it to look good to make it appealing.
I think I want it to taste good.
Exactly.
You know.
My big thing is, how does it taste? Oh, you got this pretty picture, perfect thing. Just so you taste it and you're like, oh my God, what was that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's nice to have your food look good for presentation purposes because seeing something is a big part of how it tastes, but the smell and the taste of it, for me, here you go, Piggy.
It has more to do with it.
Really does. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, on hot dogs, I prefer this kind of chili versus the chili with beans. I love chili with beans, don't get me wrong. But for hot dogs, I prefer the hot dog sauce.
Yeah, it's like when you introduced me to tofu and sushi. I didn't like the way it looked. Yeah, it was presented well and all that. I still didn't like the way it looked. But for her, I shut up, bit the bullet, and took a bite. Found out that's pretty good.
It's like,
So, you know.
Yeah, I have to say, Piggy's tried a lot in the past 10 years.
Well, not really a whole lot, per se. I mean, you know, there's lots of things that, you know, a lot more things I could have tried and hadn't. But one step at a time.
But you tried more than you would have.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the way it looks, I mean, these people enjoy some things in other countries they call a delicacy, and you just look at it and you want to puke. Not just because of how it looks, but because of what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't put anybody down for what they eat because every culture has its own unique foods.
There's a reason why they came about eating it.
That's it. And
Hunger is a main thing.
yeah, I mean, it has to do with, you know, what's available in that area. And you know, the I guess the edibility of it or whatever. I mean,
you know, hunger can get to a point, it can get bad enough, there ain't nothing else around, or you in a way you can't get nothing. You might be apt to eat your own toe. Heedy hee ho-de ho.
Alright,
Do do that grody toe.
I put some cheese on top of that. I'm not going to throw it in the oven. I'm going to place this in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes at 400 degrees. When the chili is bubbly, cheese is melted, the bread should be toasty, and the hot dogs should be cooked. So, get this in the oven and we'll see when it comes out, and then we'll eat supper.
Yeehaw.
Y'all.
Here we go.
Alright, y'all, it's out of the oven. It's a bubbling. It looks good. It smells really good. I moved Piggy's water over here by me. I mean.
She moved my water trough.
So I'm going to put just a little bit of this.
That's my water boat. Looks good to me. Give it a second to cool out.
I'm saying, y'all, it just come out the oven. So we got that one. I'm going to scooch it on down here and cut another little piece of that right there. Well, y'all, it might not look the prettiest coming out, but that's okay. I bet it's going to taste good, though.
Look good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do a little of this. Do a little of that. Might figure out how to do that zoom on this thing. There's a picture of it.
There's a picture. Okay.
Might not be as good. But we figure out.
Pick a fork.
My fork!
I found your fork. I'm going to get them hot dogs out there, too.
Now I don't have to ask, where's my fork?
But you just did. Alright, yeah. This is going to take some cooling time.
Yeah. Especially with cheese, it gets hot and melty and it gets on your tongue. You have a hard time.
Yeah.
It's like thick melted plastic.
Mm.
I run extruders running plastic to make pellets. And trust me, that stuff comes out in strands. It gets on your skin. there's a water trough down in there for cooling it off as it goes down. That stuff gets on your skin, you better be dipping your hand down into that water real quick.
Yeah, this turned out pretty good. It tastes good. It's going to be a good supper for me and Piggy. We'll probably have lunch out of it tomorrow.
Probably.
So I say thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you do so. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I always try to answer. And if you really like the video, share it out. Somebody else might like it as well. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Word about more.